Eja Nesheng Kina Enak Magak. It is all good happening. The medicine wheel is being used as a method for sharing our First Nation Métis Inuit journey with you. The medicine wheel teachings traditionally reflect such things like the 4 sacred medicines, the 4 stages of life, the 4 seasons, the 4 colors of people, 4 times of the day, and the 4 elements of healthy well-being: body, mind, spirit, and emotion. For our journey, we will use the 4 quadrants of vision, time, reason, and movement to highlight our steps along the way. Within our FNMI framework, we have identified 4 goals. They are ensuring high level of student achievement, reducing the gaps in student achievement, ensuring high levels of public confidence, and promoting supportive environments and well-being within our school communities. We will move through these quadrants as we continue to learn, explore, grow, and experience the history, traditions, culture, and contributions of the First Nation, Métis and Inuit.
In 2007, the Ministry of Education had a vision to support First Nation, Métis, and Inuit students in an effort to close the gap and increase student achievement. In an effort to do such a task, the Ministry of envisioned FNMI cultural awareness for teachers to increase public awareness, as this would inform all students of the contributions of FNMI to this great country of Canada. This began our journey much like we began our journey as an infant, as we began each day. The first step, we came in with our board Professional Development Day with focus on FNMI on May 2nd, 2009 at Algona University, former Shingwak Indian Residential School. Our board provided in-service professional learning to all boards staffed by key presenters including Dr. Pamela Toulouse, Bruce Stonefish, and Father John Haskell. They also included a youth panel with board graduates sharing their journey and a special cultural presentations from local students in Métis Nation, Ontario. For these couple of years, we focused on awareness. Many opportunities for students and teachers were made available for every school in our board.
Years passed and the ministry continued to support the vision of the FNMI policy. The shift of the policy rests in our hands at each school board in Ontario. As a board, we had the time to digest the policy, and now we must relate these goals to our own students and understand what supports are necessary. As in the East direction, we continued to provide artists, elders, role models, and cultural programming for all students, with the schools with higher numbers and higher percentage receiving more programming. Our board now focused on relating the FNMI perspective to the school community, hence looking within the school community and school visitors to share their stories, experience, skills, and knowledge. We opened several cultural rooms and continue to offer more FNMI perspective through storytelling, sharing personal experiences, and sharing the real story. At several principals' meetings, community members shared their stories on their own experience at Indian residential schools. It was here that our board now allocated money to implement the Reading Recovery Program.
Several more years go by, and now, as a board, we are beginning to understand what is needed to support these 4 goals. We think we have the knowledge to figure out what is necessary to meet these goals. However, our FNMI students are still requiring supports, and our teachers continue to utilize the many opportunities to educate themselves and to get to know the FNMI students. We figured out that it makes sense that the local knowledge must be brought into the schools in the smaller communities we serve, so that when all students see that guest in the community, that connection is affirmed. In our largest community, the city of Sault Ste. Marie, we also had local First Nations visit schools. The Indigenous Friendship Center visited schools that were not connected to a First Nation, and the local Métis Nation visited all schools in the city. We start to engage more FNMI students in programs funded by the ministry like the STARS, and partnering with programs from post-secondary institutions that cater solely to the FNMI student. Another key partnership is with the Martin Foundation, resulting in the Aboriginal Youth Entrepreneurship Program.
Well, I just think it opens a lot of opportunities for Aboriginal students, and I thought that it opened a lot of opportunities for me. So I thought that, trying it out and experiencing new things would really be good.
Our board trustees convened to suggest the renaming of our outdoor education center in honor of St. Catherine, who is the First Nation saint, who is the patron saint of ecology and the environment. This suggestion was unanimously passed. We are on our way to figuring out that we need the knowledge of the FNMI partners, and this is the reason why awareness is still very prevalent, as this is the only way to have the FNMI story told by FNMI people, and this is a common thread in the Truth and Reconciliation recommendations. It has been approximately 8 years since the FNMI policy came out, and we are now seeing results. We have many of our students entering grade 9 and graduating from grade 12 within the 4 years. We are now seeing more colleges and universities visiting our secondary school and inviting our students to spend time at their institution to experience post-secondary life. This has resulted in more of our FNMI students talking about and applying to college and university. Yes, we still have a lot to learn as teachers, staff, and as a board, so let's move to the North Quadrant to see where we are moving to and using our wisdom to just do it.
We think we have it. We think we have it figured out. We just need to keep on doing what we are doing. We need to keep learning. We need the wisdom of the First Nations, Métis and Inuit stakeholders. We need to maintain partnerships. We need to learn from each other. We need to learn. We need to know more and bring this knowledge into the classrooms for all to learn about the rich history, culture, traditions, and language of the First Nation, Métis and Inuit students and staff. We have discovered the wisdom of the elders. We must do it. We must move forward to educate the students, teachers, and staff if we are going to close the gap, increase student achievement, and increase public confidence. In the words of Dr. Cindy Blackstock, we owe it to the kids, like my granddaughter here. In our wisdom as a board, we think that we have moved in the right direction. This year, we have placed our special assignment teacher in a secondary school for half a day and in an elementary school for the other half. With this reassignment, close to half of our self-identified students are being supported on a daily basis, culturally, intellectually, socially, and physically. With this daily support, the FNMI students are supported holistically, and the teachers are being supported by having the education of the real Canadian history, the real story, the real culture, the real traditions in the same building as the FNMI students.
It has been quite the journey for the past 9 years. As a board, we have come full circle. We are now venturing back into the quadrants, and as we continuously move through the quadrants, we need to remind ourselves to revisit the vision. It is now time for truth and reconciliation. The reason is for the betterment of all students, staff, and society, and to move forward in ways that all students, all staff, all cultures, and all of society benefits from the goals of reducing the gap, increase student achievement, and to increase public confidence. Miigwech, miigaying, ejanashing kina and nakmagak. It is all good happening.